he and 60-some others still held hostage and threatened in a country gone out of control. The pictures exclusive, as are so many more in this broadcast.
This is an ABC News special. America held hostage.
Yeah, so we're in day 714 of the Biden administration, America held hostage. Check this video out and see how wonderful and liked the Biden family is. Yeah, so anyways, I was looking at, are you better off today than you were 714 days ago, which would be November 3rd, 2020? Are you really better off? That was a question posed by this man.
I think when you make that decision, it might be well if you would ask yourself, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is it easier for you to go and buy things in the stores than it was 4 years ago? Is there more or less unemployment in the country than there was 4 years ago? Is America as respected throughout the world as it was? Do you feel that our security is as safe, that we're as strong as we were 4 years ago? And if you answer all of those questions yes, why then I think your choice is very obvious as to who you'll vote for. If you don't agree, if you don't think that this course that we've been on for the last 4 years is what you would like to see us follow for the next 4, then I could suggest another choice that you have.
Okay, let's break this whole speech down. We're not going to use the 4 years as Reagan did. We're going to use his speech and what has happened in the last, well, let's say 714 days.
Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Is it easier for you to go and buy things in the stores than it was 4 years ago?
The latest inflation data is telling us what most of us already know and live with every day. We are all feeling the strain of rising costs deep in our wallets.
I'm spending more money, that's for sure.
Consumer prices are still on the rise, up 8.2% year over year as inflation's impact hits essential expenses. Compared to last year, the price you're paying at the supermarket has risen 13%. The cost of medical care climbing 6.5%. And electric and gas bills up 15 to 33%.
100 gallons was $539.90.
While the persistent pain of higher price tags is felt on Main Street,
we definitely had to adjust our budget for sure. For everything.
Is there more or less unemployment in the country than there was 4 years ago?
Report shows the number of Americans filing for first-time unemployment benefits rose last week to the highest level in more than 8 months.
The jump comes as more companies announce job cuts and the U.S. inflation rate reaches 9.1%, all raising concerns that we are heading for a recession.
Is America as respected throughout the world as it was?
Thank you very much. Today, we're going to talk about the crisis in Spain. Yeah, we're going to talk about the crisis in Africa. Russia.
Judge Joe Biden, how he led Ukraine down the war path, how his failed diplomacy gave Russia the advantage. Do you remember what Biden said after taking office? America is back, he said. Diplomacy is back. Back to where exactly? Let me show you. Joe Biden's immediate priority is to stabilize oil prices, to make West Asian countries pump more oil. Just one problem. He cannot get through to them. And I mean literally. According to US media reports, the leaders of Saudi Arabia and the UAE are not answering Biden's calls.
Do you feel that our security is as safe, that we're as strong as we were 4 years ago?
The crisis on the border with Mexico. Some communities are seeing a record number of migrants this year, with Customs and Border Protection reporting more than 2 million in the last 10 months.
The president warning the risk of nuclear Armageddon has not been this high since the Cuban Missile Crisis, amid the threats from Vladimir Putin. The president saying Putin is not joking. As the Russians face serious setbacks in Ukraine, President Biden saying the threat of the use of nuclear weapons has not been this high since Kennedy and Cuba.
If you don't think that this course that we've been on for the last 4 years is what you would like to see us follow for the next 4, then I could suggest another choice that you have.
Okay, so are you guys better off today than you were in 2020? Okay, once again, I am not comparing Donald Trump with Ronald Reagan. I'm not comparing Donald Trump at all, okay? You know, you could take Donald Trump for what he is. If you like him, if you don't like him, you know, I'm not a judge of that. All I'm saying is, are you better off today? That's it. Now, another thing that we didn't cover, Ronald Reagan obviously didn't cover in this video because a lot of these things weren't brought up when he was president. You know, gay rights and all this transgender and kids manipulating their body, their parents allowing them to do this. And all of a sudden, I don't know where this came out. I'm sure it was happening, obviously, in the Trump era. But all of a sudden, it's full-fledged, thrown right on us.
Include books about transgender children, such as 10,000 Dresses, and songs like The Rainbow Song.
Gender won't decide the choices we make. Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching snakes.
Floyd thing goes, there's a lot of things that happened through that with the riots and all that. I understand that. But it seems like all these things that we were covered up, weren't brought to the light, are all of a sudden being brought out of the closet. I want to know what you guys think. Are you better off today than you were 714 days ago? Let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. If you guys found value in this video, I'd appreciate it if you share this with your friends, your family, your social media sites. Comment, like this video, and subscribe. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye now.
I'm on the run, I've got no alibi for what